Hey guys, so this is a quick recap of our vacation slash birthday photo shoot that we were able to photograph at the Secrets Moxché Resort. It's located in Playa del Carmen, which is about 40 to 45 minutes away from Cancun. So we absolutely love this resort. We love Mexico in general. We try to get down there as often as we can, but I absolutely love this place. So the first thing that you're going to notice is the open air lobby. And this leads to one of the most amazing views on the entire resort, which you just saw. But the entire resort is beautiful. I'm going to give you guys a really quick overview because, of course, this is not a review. This is really just to show you a little of where we stayed and we were so excited to photograph at this resort. So, first off, the room was so romantic. There's a large private terrace that has a soak-in tub. Of course, they fill your bar daily. There were large his and her sinks in the bathroom, automatic shades to lift up and down in the morning when you don't want to get out of bed, and you can even order room service from your tablet. So we loved staying in this space. Right here is one of our favorite restaurants. So this is Bamboo. It was a vegan restaurant. You had a beautiful view of the entire resort. The food was really good. We came back to this one place about 3 or 4 times. Next, you have Sea Soul. This was located near the beach. So what was great is that if we were on the beach, we would just head over to this restaurant to have some food. We went to Ember. That was their open fire steakhouse, and the food here was really great, and the ambiance was really romantic. So Derek and I had a really romantic dinner here. And then one of the things that they do, I think it was like every Tuesday, they have Passport to Mexico. So these people work so hard. The people who work at this resort work so hard. They set up this walkthrough, basically like it's a, you're walking from place to place on this entire resort getting food, and they do this once a week. And even if it rains, they just move indoors. But this is something that they put on once a week, and it's so much work just having all of this food available to everyone, and not just food but activities or different things to see. But it's great because it gives you a little bit of an idea of the different areas in Mexico and the types of foods that they create or that they are popular for, I guess you can say. And lastly, we have the spa. So their spa was really nice. I enjoyed the services that we got here. Derek and I got couples massages, but the space in general was just really beautiful, very relaxing. So we enjoyed the massages that we got. Um, and then right here, I'm giving you guys a quick view of their pools. They have a whole bunch of pools here. I think they had like 7 pools. Um, I might be wrong on that, but there were different spaces. They had their little cenotes that they created. They even have this man-made beach area in the front of the resort that you see when you first view from the lobby. So there were beautiful places that Derek and I could find to just be by ourselves, as well as interact with other couples that were there at the resort. So overall, we had a really wonderful time here, a very relaxing time. I want to go back as soon as I can. Honestly, I just love Mexico in general, but I can't wait to show you guys the photos from the photo shoot that we did. There were so many beautiful places to photograph. Hey guys, so we are on our beach trip, and on this trip we are taking my birthday portraits. I talk to everybody about how important it is to take portraits of themselves as often as possible to commemorate, different milestones. And this year I'm really taking that at heart for myself, to take some swimsuit bikini shots of me. So to help us along this journey, we have our Gikoto 250 wireless flash here on this trip with us. And the reason why we have this is because we
are just here by ourselves. It's just Derek and I. So we don't have anybody to hold a reflector. And for that reason, we wanted to bring a flash that we could charge, use throughout the shoot, and not really be worried about it being blown over by the wind, and really give us powerful enough light to really capture the kind of shots that we wanted to get. And so far, this has been rocking it. So with the 250, we're able to charge it, right, and get 400 full flashes just from this. And we don't have to worry about holding a reflector for the whole time, for the whole shoot. And it's really making our jobs a lot easier. So I can't wait for you guys to see the portraits that we've captured. I can't wait to see my portraits on a larger screen. But we're gonna have some fun with this. All right, guys, so I am taking you on my own photo shoot. Turned 39 this year, so Derek is taking some awesome pictures of me on the beach. And we decided to stop here first. Y'all can go ahead. Do you need to? Okay. I wanted to stop by this kayak because it's blue. So with the colors that I'm wearing, I know that there will be a really nice contrast. And I thought that it would be a nice prop to use. So I'm gonna lay against it. I'm gonna wait for the sun to come back, but I'm gonna lay against it and use this to pose against for my first shot. So I think I might lay inside of it, but to start off with, I think just to start off with, I'm gonna lay here. And I think maybe to shoot like from above me so the sun can be against my face, because if I do this, then I'm gonna be backlit. So I'm gonna let the sun hit me. I know it's hitting certain spots of my body. I'm gonna angle right here so a little bit more hits me. And we're gonna go ahead and see what we get.
This is my favorite shot from the first location that we shot on the resort. So we used the Gikoto GT250 to help us get some extra light and to raise the shadows on my face because I was backlit from the sun. So this wasn't bad for the first shot, but the lighting wasn't hitting 100%. We didn't take the time that we needed to here to really make sure that we dialed in the light perfectly. It was really flat. It didn't really hit me the way that I preferred. I really wanted the light to be more natural feeling.
So we're done with those Bali beds. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get some shots by this and possibly by like some of the foliage in there. So far, so good.
Here are some of the photos from the second location we photographed at. So the stairs at this lifeguard stand really made it possible for me to work my angles, and I had a lot of fun with photographing these photos right here. So we used a circular polarizer to keep the sky blue. I really wanted to make sure that we kept the sky from blowing out. I wanted to make sure that we had good contrast on my skin. So the photos still ended up looking really nice and saturated. Of course, with the adjustments that we made later on in Photoshop, I made some adjustments with color toning, but I loved how these turned out and I love how my skin looks.
All right, so here's the next spot. So we found this at the end of the beach for the resort.
We really enjoyed photographing in this little nook. So the erosion caused by the water really made for this wall of sand behind me in these shots, which looked really nice. We loved how these came out. We weren't able to find rocks, but this was the next best thing. And finally, photos from the last spot we photographed at. By this time, I was literally at war with the sand. I kept getting it in my mouth and it was sticking everywhere on my body, but we still were able to make this area work and the sand work to our benefit. I kind of like how it stuck to my skin in some spots. It made for a really natural feel. And I just love how these turned out. I'm so glad that I have these portraits that celebrate me turning 39. I'm glad that I'll have them forever. And I can't wait for the next one. I feel more encouraged to photograph myself in this way, to photograph myself in bikinis and in any other way that I can celebrate my body.
We shot by the lifeguard spot. We also shot a little closer to where the bungalow beds are. We walked a little bit down the beach and found this area that has some erosion from the ocean. I thought that that could work well. We got some really nice shots against that. I wanted a space that had like really nice rocks, but we can't find that here. And we don't think we're gonna be leaving the resort. So this worked out. But I love what we got so far. Derek is doing his thing. Yeah, y'all didn't know. He's a photographer, he just be playing.